Welcome back to the Banter podcast with Alex and Zach. I'm Zach.
I'm Alex.
Man, I haven't seen you in a minute though.
It's been a while, dude. I think we promised these guys we were gonna have a podcast out on Tuesday, but today's Wednesday. Podcast will be out on Thursday.
Yeah,
We're still here.
we still got real jobs. We're not getting paid for this podcast yet. No one's hit our Venmo up. We still gotta get the rent somehow.
Right. We're out here grinding, but we're back. We're back.
Yeah.
I'm ready. This is gonna be a good podcast. I'm ready.
Yeah, we had a lot of action over these past Monday and Tuesday. So even Sunday as well. So yeah, we'll recap some UFC card from Saturday night that we talked about. Some NBA playoff race that was all over Twitter. I'm sure a lot of you saw. Major week is we got the US Open, as I'm so excited to talk about.
Yes, sir.
We got to stick around for our bench segment, which is always fun to listen to. Our best bets, some of our new ones, recap of all of those. Our banner of the day. We have some interesting talk on the Rookie of the Year award, which, I'm kind of split on because it's our hometown team. We'll get into it later, but yeah, what do you say we talk about some UFC to start off?
Yeah, let's get right to it.
All right, let me hear it.
So yeah, we talked a little bit on this last episode, a little bit on the card. We'll start off with the first fight that we saw on Saturday night with Leon Edwards and Nate Diaz. This fight was fireworks as people expected. Leon Edwards ended up winning by unanimous decision 49-46 with the last round going to Diaz.
I don't expect Diaz, yeah.
Right. I mean, the thing that most people probably saw on Twitter was, if you didn't actually watch the fights, was Diaz slapped him and then caught him with a left hook late in the fifth round, and Edwards was hobbled. But Diaz, I mean, it was clear. Everybody could see that Edwards was hurt, but Diaz didn't do anything about it. And
yeah, there's a lot of memes on Twitter. Diaz, he hit him up once, and then just stand there and laugh and point. He never went and finished it. Like, he's more of a showboater, I think, at this point, because he doesn't want to fight with fans, like he said as well. So he wants to impress everyone he can, try to do something like cool or something, but it didn't pay out this time.
He's for sure a fan favorite. They
right.
love watching that dude, and it doesn't matter who he's fighting. Like we said, he's going to bring in the money.
Yeah.
But it was a good fight. Edwards looked really good, and he'll get a crack at a top guy soon.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
The British man.
Yeah, the Brit. Some crumpets and tea for him. Celebrating in style.
Gotta love the Brits, yeah. Yeah, your boy Moreno won by a sub too.
Yeah, this was a huge win. This fight was, I talked about it last podcast. This was the one I was looking forward to. This is great. I loved watching this fight. Moreno ended up submitting Figgy with a rear naked choke in the third round.
Crazy.
And it's just awesome to watch. This guy's story is really cool.
Yeah.
He was on the Ultimate Fighter and was, I think, the lowest seed that they awarded. Ended up getting cut from the UFC after 2 losses. Fought his way back to a title fight. Draw the first fight. Ends up winning the second one in the third round. I'm super pumped about it because it was one of my best bets. So nice win.
Yeah, another winner. Yeah.
You got to feel good for the guy. He looked great. Davison obviously struggled with the weight cut. So
yeah.
Props to Moreno for coming in ready, and it showed.
Shout out Mexico. One time I'll probably say it.
Viva la Mexico!
Moreno got it done, so that was pretty cool to see. And yeah, no expectation either the other way. Adesanya winning by unanimous decision too. I mean, he looked just like he was messing with them almost.
Yeah, we didn't expect anything less.
Anyone else did, yeah. You're right.
We called a knockout. That didn't happen, but Vettori looked clueless. He looked so upset throughout the whole fight. Like he just couldn't touch him. He looked like he was so.
What did they score that fight? All the judges?
50-45.
All the rounds, right? Every round?
10-9, 10-9, 10-9, 10-9, 10-9.
Just every single round domination. So, I mean,
he looks good for a reason.
Right. He looks good. So
the thing I like about that fight, actually, he called out Whitaker after the fight. I think they're getting a rematch in the works. So Whitaker's obviously a beast, and they're trying to do it in New Zealand. Both those guys train at least out of New Zealand, so that'd be huge for the UFC, and it would just be a good fight in general.
Yeah, I mean, More fights, the better. I love to watch them. So
Yeah.
let's get into some NBA playoff races that have been crazy over the past 2 days. I mean, a couple games that have went tied up the series, and a great performance from the Slim Reaper himself. Let's first talk about the Hawks and 76ers. The Hawks get the game 4 win, tying up the series. I mean, Trae Young looks like he's back at it. He had help with Bogdanovich. Embiid misses a game tying layup. I mean, yeah, there's nothing else to say. Hawks got it done, won by 3, tied up the series. Game 5 is tonight, the Wednesday, as we're recording this. It's actually starting in like 30 minutes. Any predictions for that, Crow?
Uh, Give me Sixers. I think I saw
Okay.
Embiid
I
was
think they are.
close.
I think they're favorited by what, 6 or 7? I saw.
Yeah, they're going to be
Yeah.
like that every game. Embiid was questionable. I'm sure he's going to play, but
Yep.
regardless or not, I'd take the Sixers every single game. It's going to be close as I expect, but
Yeah.
I think the
Trae
Sixers
Young.
are the better team.
Right. Yeah. I do agree with that. I'd like to see the Hawks maybe win the series though, but
Our predictions are going to be. We know it's going to 7.
I'd
Because
love to
it's
see it.
already
I'd love to see it go
2-2.
7. It's already 2-2.
It is.
So.
It's going 7. So
Well, yeah.
one
You're
of
right.
us is going to be. Or
I'd
wait.
love to have they
No, sorry.
both one
It's
more
not going
wins.
7.
Both one
It
more
could go
wins.
6. My bad.
Unless
My bad.
right, okay, but yeah, we'll see how that game ends up tonight at 6:30 starting. I'd go 76ers too, but yeah. Also, the other night there is the Jazz and Clippers game. I mean,
We've had 2 of those games since
2
we
games,
last
right?
recorded.
Right, because they played back to back and they tied them up 2-2. They tied up the series. They won them both. A heavy margin the first game, and I think I had a best bet in that one, which was terrible. I got Utah 4.5.
Turn out well.
No, not at all.
Well, to take some of your pain away, I mean, it was technically my idea to bench Paul George. You surely helped out with that, as it was well deserved.
You know I hate Paul George. I will tweet at him and tell him that right now. So
right, but he went off. Obviously, he's scored 31 in back-to-back games.
I mean, yeah,
and Kawhi,
but no Kawhi.
We're hearing Kawhi with a possible ACL injury, no timetable for return. So
I mean, how much does that change? That changes everything in my mind.
Changes everything.
Right.
The Jazz are that game 5 is also tonight at 9. Jazz
are
8 points favorites.
Yeah. Without Kawhi, I mean, as you can see, the line changes heavily. You lose your best defensive player, probably your best scorer when you need a bucket.
It's your best player.
Yeah, in general.
On offense and defense.
Yeah, just everywhere on the court. So we'll see if the Jazz can rally. We'll see if, Paul George coming off 2 31-point games. I don't know. We'll see what he can do tonight. It's going to be fun to watch.
We might have him back on the bench because he's not going to get any help. And I don't think
he might be in here
Paul
Friday
George's
talking again about him. Yeah.
Yeah, it just doesn't suit it. So.
Yeah, how about our Bucks? We'll get into this now. I mean, I didn't expect it, to be honest. I didn't.
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't watch like the first half of this game.
I only really watched the first quarter. Then I kind of turned it off because they were getting smoked.
Yeah.
And then I had to turn it back on because I saw KD just torching everybody out there.
Right. The Slim Reaper, dude. He's killing everybody. I watched like the fourth quarter on, and that we'll get into more on this a little later in one of our segments. But KD was killing people out there, dude. He's lighting people up. It's ridiculous. And
the KD stopper
got injured the game before.
Yeah.
Harden ends up coming back, but does nothing. Joe Harris, we were talking him up. He's been doing nothing. But Jeff Green steps up big, goes 7 of 8 from deep. This was the Bucks game to win. I don't know what they were doing, but the Nets show why they're the favorites to win, and they come out on top. KD shows up at 40. Where did I write this down? 49, 17, and 10. Are you kidding me?
Is that what he had, or is it 46? Was it 49?
49.
17?
He missed one of his free throws at the end to go for the 50 ball.
Goodness. I mean, only player to do that ever in playoff history. Doesn't have. I mean, oh my goodness. Yeah, he was. It's hard when you're supposed to have It's hard for the Bucks when you have PJ Tucker, the KD stopper, and he gives up for that.
Giannis, why is Giannis not guarding him?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That just blows my mind there. But
they have good defensive players everywhere. Drew Holiday, Chris Middleton's a good
Yep.
defender, and none of them can stop KD. So I think it
Yep.
just speaks to how good KD is. He's in a
Yep.
class of his own right now. Looks
Yep.
so
I
good.
think they play Thursday, right?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
Thursday game. Yeah.
No,
So
no,
we're
no, no. I
getting.
think they play Friday.
Is it Friday? They get
It might
2 days
be.
off back in Brooklyn
I don't
or
even know.
back in Milwaukee. So
Back in Milwaukee,
yep.
Game 6. Huge game.
Yeah, so let's get into some U.S. Open talk. I mean, this comes out once a year. We both love golf. We've gotten you
Yeah.
into golf. I mean, you love it. It's awesome. It's fun to watch. They're at Torrey Pines in San Diego,
I'm pumped.
California. I mean, yeah,
I'm pumped.
Poetic greens, tough greens, long ass rough. I mean, this rough, people have been caddies and everyone's been saying if you miss the fairway, you're giving 1-2 strokes up.
I watched a video of Xander trying to hit out of the rough. I mean, this guy's kind of short, but it looked like it was up to his shins. So
Yeah.
good luck finding your ball if you're not hitting the fairways.
Yeah, and they especially were changing up the roughs this year from this and last year every time they come to this course, and I mean it is super long is what I've heard out there. So
Yeah, it's definitely favoring the players who can hit it far in the fairways and
right,
guys who can putt. I mean, it's a major. It's going to be a
short
tough
game
course.
is a big upside here for me, and I think we want to give you guys some. We do DraftKings ourselves every week, pretty much inside of the PGA. So yeah, this week we have a DraftKings lineup, I guess, with some prices out there and pretty good names, I would say.
Yeah, here I'm gonna
Um,
interrupt you quick.
Go ahead.
I want to hear before you release your DraftKings team. I want to hear who your pick to win it all is
Okay,
for the fans,
before.
for the listeners. Who do you got?
Ooh, I mean, obviously, the guy winning it all is going to be on my DraftKings team. So
Okay.
I'll start my DraftKings team by leading off with the winner and my first player with the winner of this year's U.S. Open, John Rahm, at
John Rahm.
11,200. I mean, he's automatic from pretty much everywhere. He's electric. He's mad as hell, is what I think. He's going to come out and he's going to want to win this tournament. So
Yeah.
that's my first player up there. Then we'll head down the list. We have Patrick Cantlay at 9,100. Love him. Phil Mickelson at 7,700, the man who plays great at all majors. Brandon Grace, Jason Kokrak, both at 76 and 72. And then leading it down with Christian Bezadenhout, the youngster, at 7,200, who I'm just hoping can make the cut and give me some points come 3/4 rounds. And
Yeah,
that's huge. If you can get all you guys through the cuts, it's big. So that's my DraftKings team for the U.S. Open. Yeah.
I like the team. I'm not gonna lie.
You know, it's
I have a
risky.
South African on my team. I also
Yeah.
have one of the same players.
It
I'll
always
start.
hurts me when I gotta take. Sorry, it always hurts me
No,
when I
you're
gotta
good.
take an 11,200 player. But I mean, I think it's so worth it with the Rom this week because I mean, I do think he's ready to go. He hasn't stopped besides his pull from the tournament that he's about to win. Like he's still on fire. He's gonna hit every fairway. He wants his birdies. He can score. So I'm all over him this week.
That's exactly where I was gonna start with. If I was gonna pick one guy to win, it'd be John Rahm.
Love it.
He's had good course history here. The guy's on fire. He's gonna be mad from that withdrawal. He's healthy again from COVID. That would be my pick to win. Unfortunately, I didn't like the price on DraftKings. It's just too high to fit everybody
Right.
else in my lineup. I do
Yeah.
like John Rahm though, so he should
So
score.
that's
Didn't
your
fit my
that's your that's
lineup.
your call to win it all too, John Rahm.
Yep. Didn't fit him in the lineup though,
It's
unfortunately.
crazy, and we haven't talked to each other about this before to our
Yeah.
viewers. So, like, don't think
Sorry
we're over
about that.
here. Yeah, don't think we're over here agreeing on everything. I mean, we both just think John Rahm's that good. So,
He's that good.
go ahead, Alex. Get into your team here.
Yeah, I'll start with my team. 9,500. I got Morikawa. Um, a big focus. You'll see all my guys. I picked the guys that are going to hit the fairway. I'm just hoping Morikawa's putter shows up. Kind of. If it shows up, kind of, he'll be okay. He'll finish somewhat high. At 8,600, I got Will Zalatoris, Willie Z. I love this guy. Young stud.
Yeah.
He showed up in majors already, so I expect him to do it again. Right behind him, 8,500, I got Scotty Scheffler. I believe he ranks out the last 24 rounds as top guy, both combined driving distance and driving accuracy. So another guy who hit fairways. I got another South African like you, but mine is Louis Oosthuizen at 8,100. I just like Louis. I think he's a great player. I expect him to do well. 7,600, I got Shane Lowry and also Jason Kokrak at 7,600.
Go Carcar.
Guys, chubby players, bro. They just know how to hit the ball.
They know how to hit the fairway. They know how to hit the
Yeah.
ball. They got the torque in them.
Demons.
I mean, from high school, the chubby guys have always been great. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just to cap that off. I'm just pumped. I'm super excited for the U.S. Open Majors
Yeah.
Week.
That's
Always
tomorrow
fun.
morning, starting tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning. So yeah,
So-
I mean, we got some best bets for that later too. Hopefully, you guys listen to the podcast. We're gonna the bets technically won't come out before the start, unfortunately, but sorry.
Yeah. So
Nothing you
let's
can do.
no, nothing you can do. So let's should we get into our benched segment here?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we hinted at this before. I'll totally let you just start off with this and take it away.
Well, I mean, as you remember from last episode, this is when we just tell someone to sit their ass on the bench pretty much for a game or basically to just think about what they're meant to do. Because PJ Tucker, the KD stopper, right, is what everyone calls him. Gives up 49, 17, and 10 the other night himself on the offensive end, 0 points, 4 boards, 0 assists, and 5 fouls. If you're going to try to play defense, do something on the offensive end at least. I mean, you can make some points, help your team out, but no, get your ass on the bench. Anything you got to say?
I don't got anything to contradict you. He's again another player that's not going to be on the bench, but
Right.
clearly he's not helping his team. KD goes up for 49, 17, and 10. PJ Tucker
Breaks.
doesn't score any on the other, and he misses his three. He's actually supposed to be one of the better corners 3-point shooters.
They say, at least, yes.
But he's not making threes, and he's
No.
not stopping KD. So what is he doing? We alluded to this earlier that we both think that Giannis should be guarding him. For whatever reason, Budenholzer refuses to put Giannis on him.
It would, I mean, at
Beats
least he
me.
limits
Beats
some
me.
shots. Yeah, some shots would
I
be.
have no clue why PJ Tucker, the KD stopper, is guarding KD over Giannis.
I bet you if you put Giannis,
get your ass on the bench.
you put Giannis on KD. KD's not averaging almost 35 points per game this series on 52% from three.
Dude,
Giannis is 7 feet tall. He's gonna be able to block his shit maybe once or seven twice. But PJ Tucker, he can't even get up to the ball when KD shoots. Like he's
6'4".
3 feet below. He's like, I almost got it. It's like, nah, bro, you're not even close.
Imagine being a Bucks fan. Like,
oh,
this series,
it would
the
make
Bucks,
me so mad if I was a Bucks fan.
You lose Game 5 because your team sucks and can't close. The Nets everybody on their team is hurt, and the guys who aren't hurt aren't playing that well, other than KD. Like, the Bucks should easily have won this series by now, and they're down 3-2. I don't know.
Yeah. Get your
That's
ass on the
tough.
bench, PJ Tucker, just for a little bit. Just think about what you need to do for the rest of the series because
that bench might be coming in Cancun pretty soon here.
they might be joining everybody out in Cancun.
Yeah.
So
let's get into our banner of the day. I'm excited for this one.
I mean, it's kind of a touchy subject because we both love our guy, Ant. So the rookie of the year of the NBA goes to none other than LaMelo Ball, who only played 51 games. He averaged 15, 6, and 5. I mean, it's okay in the stat line for 51 games, but in my mind, is it a popularity contest is what I want to think.
100% is a popularity contest.
I know
we
you
talked about this before. I'm
right.
so livid about this.
I know you
I'm
are.
so mad about
We were
this,
talking about this before the podcast a little bit.
It just blows my mind that Anthony Edwards has played the whole season.
Yep.
And LaMelo hasn't. He's put up better numbers. If you watch them play, their numbers are actually pretty comparable. And averages more points, shoots a little worse. Their efficiency is pretty close. I mean,
it's more of an electric player,
right? And there's not a big difference between the two.
No.
The NBA has made it out to be a huge difference, which first of all is annoying. It's because it's just simply untrue. And Anthony Edwards simply did way more for his team this year than LaMelo
Yeah.
Ball did. He
I mean,
played
Lamelo.
more, so
Yeah,
he
Lamelo
was
only played.
contributing more.
He only played
Night
51 games.
night in
So I
and night
mean,
out, Anthony Edwards was helping the Timberwolves win games, and we used him more than LaMelo was used in Charlotte. It just bothers me so much that it wasn't a contest before it even started,
that's what
and
I was
it was
thinking.
already
Like,
cemented.
it was the minute that Lamelo got drafted, it was almost cemented that he was going to
Right.
be the rookie of the year. Like he heard it from everybody.
It's
So I
just
mean,
dumb. It,
like, yeah. I mean, Antine averaged 19, 4, and 3. Every game was he played pretty much every one game. Lamelo sat out for a whole 2 months, and he still comes back and wins it.
he had Edwards led rookies in points per game,
Yeah,
second most 3-pointers, third most rebounds, second most steals.
yeah.
Had the dunk of the year, dunk of the decade, maybe.
God,
My
posterize.
goodness. Good night, Utah Watanabe.
Head
But
top.
that's just it. Really bothers me that
Yeah, do better NBA because it
that's
doesn't.
the second rookie that Minnesota has now been snubbed this year for rookie of the year because
Yeah.
Justin Jefferson lost to Herbert, and
Oh my God,
that was a fluke.
we could just throw that in there too. That's so annoying.
We were
Oh
gonna
my
have
God.
Minnesota was gonna have 3 rookie of the years with
It's
Kaprizov on the
just a
wad.
Minnesota sports curse. Can someone in this podcast relieve us of that, please? Because it is
I mean,
annoying.
let me tell you, if Kirill the Thrill doesn't win NHL's Rookie of the Year, I'm riding because
We're moving.
that would be a bigger fluke than
We're
the other two.
moving.
Even
We're moving somewhere, and we're flying.
I don't know.
Yeah. So
I'm done talking about LaMelo Ball. I don't like him.
it's
I'm
gonna be
glad the
fun to see
Timberwolves
where
picked
it's
Edwards.
gonna be.
He's the
Yeah.
Rookie of the Year.
It's gonna be fun to see where LaMelo's career goes, but it's gonna be even more fun to see where Ant's careers go. So
Yep.
yeah, let's recap some of our best bets. So this was last Saturday and Sunday, or last Saturday.
Yeah.
Best bets.
Some of them are on Sunday. We got some tennis on Sunday.
Right. We did have some celeb bets on Sunday. So first let's totally we're 5-5 on our bets.
Yeah.
Positive 0.6 units, which is nice. I'm happy about that. I'm not complaining.
Yep. Nice comeback.
All right. Our celebs are 1 and 2, down 1.1 units. Get it up. What the hell is going on?
Come on, Jake and Max.
We need to bring
a
on
better
we
start.
need to bring on some better betters. So yeah, if you got bets, hit us up. We'll bring you on. But my first bet from last week did not hit. Terrible. I don't know why I did it again. I remember I was telling you.
I scolded you last week.
Yeah,
on
you
this
did.
one.
I think you kind of jinxed me because I said it was like the Bucks plus 3.5, and no, it was the Nets plus 3.5. So I took it. They won.
Yep.
They covered. And then it was the same
I said
thing with
game
these
threes.
guys. I know, it was weird. It was like something with the week last. I don't know, something in the air.
Stay away from game threes. You never know.
Yeah, and they got blown out by the Clippers, 132-106. So
we won't talk about that one again.
I mean, I lost. Yeah, it was terrible.
You'll be better. We'll be better. Yeah. Okay.
It was awful.
Mine, I only had one last week. Brandon Moreno, we mentioned that earlier, plus 175 dog. Viva la Mexico!
Viva la Mexico!
Great win for the kid, the Assassin baby, winner by sub.
Good that was fun to watch. So.
Mm-hmm. And then Jake lost on his underdog UFC pick. Hakeem Dawadu lost by unanimous decision. That was
heartbreaking. That was heartbreaking.
But great call. He hit Barbara Krejcikova.
Did he call the double hit?
Open signal. He called both, but he didn't say that doubles was his best.
But did they both hit?
They both hit. Wow. He wanted both.
If he would have called it, he would have helped out the podcast. But he didn't say he was betting it. So yeah, that was the recap of last Saturday's. Yeah, I see you got a couple for this week's best bets.
Yeah, I got some new stuff. I don't think I've really dabbled in golf and soccer yet on this podcast.
I mean, yeah,
so
we're gonna have some golfs here because they ride over through the weekend, and also because we love golf. So sorry if you don't love golf, but
yeah, I'm starting with this. I love because not only do I love this bet, I love
could have bantered about this as well.
This. Oh, we will. We'll get to this.
Oh my!
I got Brooks Koepka over Bryson DeChambeau minus 110 for the full tournament. I mean, we mentioned it earlier. You got to keep it on the fairway, and Bryson struggles to keep it on the fairway. He can hit it far, but I think Brooks is really rounding into form. He didn't look good last week, but I don't think he really cared. I expect him to beat Bryson, at least finish higher. Um, and it's a major. Brooks has always played good in majors, especially U.S. Opens. He's gonna kill it. I don't
Brooks
see
is
him
normally
taking
like
third
top
place.
15 for sure. So
Yep.
I
How
bet
about you?
Bryson will be top 20. I mean, yeah. We'll go into me. I got Xander for my best bet. I also got a golf full tournament matchup. Xander over Jordan Spieth. I like Xander this week. He just got to hit his fairways, and I think he can do that. And Jordan Spieth, I watched him many times. He doesn't even know where his ball is going to go off the tee. So
Never.
I'll fade the hell out of him this week at minus 105 Xander. It's not even that bad, too. So give me that for the full tournament matchup this
I'm
week.
I'm on the process that you can. I don't really understand the hype around Spieth. I understand that
Right.
he finishes high. He's a great scrambler, but
Great
he
putter.
consistently is
Norm
off with his driver.
supposed to be a great, like, normally his putter is always on. When it is, he's insane at putting.
Yeah, I think it's you can reasonably fade Jordan Spieth any given week on one of these matchups with who he's against, and you can make a great argument for it. So
Yeah, I just need Xander to keep a good head throughout this week. If he does
yeah,
miss the fairways, just don't blow up. Just
right.
get your par and get out of there. And he's got to live with that. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
I got one more for you guys. This one will be on Friday, so you'll be able to do whatever you want with this. I got Croatia over Czech Republic on Friday in the Euro Cup. I think it's at plus 110 right now. I think this line is a little skewed because Croatia lost to England in the first round or first game of this pool, and Czech Republic is coming off a win. But Croatia's a returning World Cup runner-up. They have Modric, Perisic. They got a lot of good players. Um, I expect them to just beat Czech Republic. I think that's a good price, plus
D-
110.
yeah. Did you watch the Italy game today?
I
The Euro
saw the
Cup Italy
highlights
game?
of it.
Man, crazy.
Yeah, they got a
Shout
player that
out
looks
Jake. He
exactly like
was he
Luka
was shout
Doncic.
yeah, he was shouting out Italy heavy in the last podcast. So I saw that he was going crazy today. He said, "Go Italy, go Italy." I mean,
Yeah,
yeah, that was fun to watch as well. I like the bet. Yeah, I like that. I love Euro Cup, so I'll definitely tune
appreciate it.
into that as well. Yeah, I mean, how about Brooks and Bryson? Little
That
little pussy boy Bryson. Oh, am
yeah,
I gonna get fined for saying that? So you can go to the
to
PGA.
bleep it. You may have to bleep it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't like Bryson. That'll be an interesting matchup, but that just it's gonna be great
I
U.S.
think
Open.
it. I mean, didn't he say he went to the PGA and said, "I don't want to play with Brooks in the same card"?
Yeah, that's.
What a.
I don't think it's been confirmed, but that's the rumor on the street is that they were. There was word that they were gonna get paired, and Bryson said,
I mean, he's got to
I don't
be
blame him for it. He wants to just focus on the tournament, and if
sure,
you,
but
he's gonna get heckled regardless.
come on, dude. Yeah, come on, man up
It
a
makes
little
him look
bit.
soft.
Go play some golf. Like Jesus. Like
Brooks is in
someone
his head
says
rent
something to
free.
you. Jesus. Yeah, come on. But I guess we better end it off there.
Yeah,
Thanks everybody for tuning in again to the Banter podcast with Alex and Zach. If you're listening on YouTube, go ahead and drop that subscribe button, smash that like button, and leave us a comment as well. If you listen on Spotify, go ahead and follow us so you can stay tuned for all our recent podcasts.
yeah. If you guys like the podcast, be sure to leave us a recommendation or a comment, something you liked about it, and be sure to tune in for next episode. We're gonna hopefully get it out. I think Saturday or Sunday. And we'll keep you guys updated on Twitter. So be sure to
Yeah.
follow our Twitter. Um, and yeah, we got a lot of good sports coming up. So stay tuned to the slate. And as always, pleasure having you guys.